Who are you when nobody's watching? Hi, I'm Pascal Borderbet to another episode as usual. We often present different versions of ourselves in this world. That includes work, friends, online. But who are we in quiet moments? When there's no one to impress, no expectations to meet. I just want to talk about that. I want to ask you, who are you in those moments? This episode is mostly going to explore the whole wow, I cannot speak, authenticity or identity of ourselves, how we know. And I know a lot of people have talked about stuff like this before, and myself, I've asked myself a lot of times, what am I? We have those existential crises, kind of like things we say have done. But this one's more or less serious for myself because you see me right here, sitting on this bench, in this nice scenery. It's really nice. It's really peaceful. I give this whole vibe because I really want people to actually sit down and watch. If you're doing this right now, thank you. But asking these questions is hard because it's something we all know. Like, when you're at work, you're not truly 100% you. You have to be professional. You have to have changed yourself sometimes a percent if you get in a big decision, especially for other people. And so you have to give yourself in a certain way to appease everyone. And that's what I'm doing right now, is I'm appeasing to you. This avatar is something I have for a base, because I don't want too much, because I know a lot of people have too much, and right now I can't really do that. And the text right here, it's going to be appearing as I talk. It's probably going to be pretty big, or different fonts. I'm trying new things. But who are you? Truly, who are you when it comes to you're alone? Myself, I'm quiet. I'm a loss of energy. Outside of being social and online, it's okay to disconnect sometimes, you know. It's okay to go, I don't want to be this kind of person when I'm, online and at work. I'm not this alone. I'm usually, I could talk to myself. That's a thing that you have to do when you do stuff like this. You have to be able to talk to yourself and just enjoy things. And I'm just enjoying the view because this is a really nice thing. You gotta enjoy moments by yourself. And I want to ask you, what are you? Do you enjoy being alone? Do you enjoy with yourself? Do you enjoy just being alone? Not have to worry about anything or other people or decisions and all that stress. When you're alone, relaxing, watching a movie, are you different to how you try to portray yourself? And it's not a bad thing, okay? I know a lot of people say it's a bad thing to be a different person. It's not, all right? There's being professional, there's being a friend, there's being a coworker, there's all those things. You have to know which one are you at what certain time. You're still a person, you still got emotions, still you. You still tell those jokes and everything, but there's a time and place when you gotta be someone else. And people will say, that's bad. Don't push a image of you that's not actually you. Be yourself. I am myself. We are ourselves in every single scenario. But a lot of people take that as the toxic way, because when people like this have what is the word? Anonymous. Like myself. I'm this. If you met me in real life, I am this type of person. I like to just sit down and talk and actually get to know things. I give a humor and stuff. But you always being told that people online are different for how they are in real life because there's no consequences, because you don't know who I truly am, and you probably will in the future. That's just gonna happen one day. But back to the real questions. Why do we act different around others? It's just professional, as I said before. That there's, personal, online, and real life, judgment, fitted in, all those stuff that I don't want to repeat over and over and over. But I want to ask you, define your true self. Is there a real version of you, or all versions are equally valid to you, that you do not change when you're at work compared to when you're with your family or your best friends? Because I know you're not around your family like you are with your true friends. If you are, just answer questions. I don't know how you do that. Or like the quiet habits you have, thoughts, quirks, things you do when you're alone. Like myself, I like to think of stories, play games, and just have an imagination and get scenery and stuff. Honestly, this scenery is just nice, and just sitting back and relaxing and have it all this with just text here. I know it's boring. I know I gotta fix that and get some editing, because I'm not really good at, doing that kind of stuff. I'm trying to put my hand here because, well, there's the bar. right here, so I'm gonna try to get into the act. But really, what are we, truly? What really makes us a human being or a person that's different? Honest, like, there's no way to know. And there's obviously moments of solitude and loneliness. Like, solitude is when you're comfortable being alone. You do distractions like social media, TV, watching stuff, you're alone. But ask, what do your thoughts sound like when it's completely quiet? Are you always judging yourself? Are you saying things to your head? Can you not be alone? I know a lot of people cannot be alone like I could do and just enjoy it because there's a lot of stress in their lives. Like, a lot of people overthink and have am I not being productive? I know that. But there's always an authenticity in the performance world. Social media creates a stage where we create only the best versions of ourselves. And really, are we losing touch with our unfiltered, messy human side? Because we're different. We have our filters when we talk to people and not try to offend. We don't want to offend anyone, but it's what we're doing all the time. We're not trying to hurt people. And so now when we go in the real world, we're just not being ourselves like we would with our family. And it's appropriate too. Not everyone's your family. Not everyone knows exactly all your jokes. So when you say things, you gotta change yourself a little bit. But I do gotta ask you, do you act differently when you're alone versus with others? And why? I'm asking you, do you? I do. And I know that. And another question, what's one thing you do when no one's watching that makes you feel actually happy? When you're not trying to make someone else happy? What's something that you do alone that makes you happy when there's nothing, that makes you feel like you're truly you? Third question, this could be a hard one. Are you happy at all when you're alone? Are you truly happy as a person, as yourself, when you're with no one? Are you? I can answer this really honestly. No. I am not a happy person when I'm alone. I want to say I'm depressed, but I have those moments where if I'm alone for too long, I lose myself and I don't have much friends anymore. No one to really talk to besides my coworkers, and usually I'm just playing a game or watching YouTube, trying to distract myself. Because if I was alone for too long, I would absolutely lose it completely. And that's why I stay here making these videos with these captions always appearing up so you can enjoy it. Just relaying and just share and kind of stuff. And I know YouTube stuff, like, subscribe, share the video, leave a comment. I really want to hear your stories. I read everything. Trust me, I wake up just to see the notification bar on the top right of my screen and be like, oh my god, someone commented, and I read it. I don't respond unless I can, because I don't know how to respond to anything. I'm just like, oh, I agree with that. No, I will say I agree or disagree. It's really hard. But as a person myself, I don't know what I really am truly happy when I'm alone, or what we really are when we're alone with people and work. We are human. We are so complicated. We're so complicated. There's just so much about us. I can't even go into all the detail. When you're alone, let's say, give you a good example for a lot of us is the shower. Singing in the shower is something you could do when you're completely alone. Just enjoying moments is so great. I really wish we did more of that in life, because we don't really enjoy it as much. We don't appreciate simple things like this. Clouds, just simple stuff. It's so simple, and we could just enjoy it. And I want you to do it. I really want you to answer that question. Just think more about it. What makes you you in any moment? Are you a different person completely? Or are you just a same kind of person all the time, no matter what? That's really all I'm asking you. But this is probably the end of the video. Gonna do a little bit of editing and add some good music to this. But hope you enjoy, and toodaloo.